Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuznuz here, and welcome to a new video. Now today's video is going to be a loot video from 15 Normal Mode Zuk, full runs where I show all my loot in the chest and everything I've obtained. If you want to see me cover more new RuneScape 3 content when it's released like this, make sure you subscribe now so you don't miss a thing. So if you don't know about Zuk, Zuk has two modes, normal and hard. You have to basically complete 17 different waves and then kill Zuk himself. So I basically did normal mode and I got it down to where I could do 3 normal mode runs in 1 hour pretty comfortably, with my best run being about 18 minutes long. So I basically was going as fast as I could and I managed to get most of these runs flawless, which gives me the igneous stone, which is used to upgrade your kiln cape. If you don't know about the other loot, every monster in the fight gives you loot when killed during the waves, and the loot then gets automatically picked up and put in a chest, just like Elite Dungeons. So in terms of different rare drops, Zuk can give the new scripture a full, which goes for around a 500 mil at the moment, and then Zuk can also give a new magic ability codex, which is going for around 800 mil, and both of these can be gotten as a drop from Zuk in normal mode. The only exclusive to hard mode is the tier 95 pieces and the big cape. So basically, here are some things that I did to speed up my kills, and I was actually able to skip a lot of it. So the Hurricane fight on wave 17 was something I could basically skip. I would immediately go to the Hurricane, Death Swiftness, and DPS super hard as I could, and I was actually able to kill the Hurricane within 30 seconds or so, and that means I wouldn't have to run around for a minute or so waiting for him to come up again. So this saves a ton of time, around 1 to 2 minutes per run, and it's a really nice way to speed up your kill times and also save on supplies because you aren't taking all the damage from all the tentacles for like a minute or two. So the 15 kills I did went pretty smooth, and I managed to get 10 of them flawlessly, which means that you deal with all 3 special waves from Zuk and also don't die. Now the times I messed up were just me not paying attention or missing something and dying. So I also wore the fully upgraded Shadow Pontifex ring to get tier 3 troves the entire time. So then I could loot them at the end and see if we can get any pieces of the new quiver, which is worth a decent amount, and they're exclusive to the tier 3 troves. So if we can get some of those, that can really add a lot of money onto our price check at the end. So now we're going to get into the loot. So sadly, we did not receive any rare drops in our 15 kills, but what can you really expect? Although I heard the rare loot is actually pretty common since the kills here take so long and you have to do all the waves. Now something to note is you get anima of full, which is tradable anima, which so many people are trying to get right now to upgrade their Shadow Pontifex rings that it's selling for insanely high prices of 75k each, and you'll get like 40 to 50 of this per normal mode run. So I'll talk more about them when we get to it in the loot, but first let's get into the normal chest loot. So here is my loot in the chest for 15 kills. So as you can see, it is over 100 million GP. Now we don't know if these items will sell, but we did get a decent amount of tier 3 troves as well, which I'm super happy about, and the loot honestly just looks super good for Zuk. I mean, there's so many alchables in there. There's Hydrix bolt tips, there's Onyx bolt tips, there's Onyx dust, and there's a lot of stuff that should honestly stay at a high price. Now of course the downside, we do have stuff like seeds, we have herbs, and we have things like that that are not going to always stay super high priced, so we can expect those normal drops to drop in price over time. But I am super happy with all the alchable items given to this loot table. So now before I get into the rest of the loot and the anima, I'm going to loot those tier 3 troves that we got and see if we can get any quiver pieces. So I went and I looted all the tier 3 troves, hoping to just get a piece of the quiver, since they're actually going for like 5 or 6 mil each for one piece of the quiver, which if you didn't know, you need 100 to make this new quiver. And I'm not sure if they're just really rare or I got super unlucky, because you would think they'd be easier to get since you need 100, but we didn't get a single one in all our chests. We still got some good loot, maybe around 1 mil or so, which I ended up selling and keeping in the cash pouch, but we did not get any quiver pieces, which is kind of a bummer. Alright, so now we're going to look at the anima of full. Now this makes up a ton of your profit. So basically for my first 7 or 8 kills, I actually was selling the anima right after each kill, and I'll show you that on the screen now. Now the reason I did this is because I wanted the anima to sell before they dropped in price, since so many people wanted it. I knew it would drop in price eventually, but then halfway through I kind of realized they're not going to drop in price anytime soon because so many people want them right now. So I just decided to keep the rest of them in my chest for those kills. So we actually had 39.5 million worth of anima that I sold previously that I will add to the price check from the first 7 kills or so. And now after selling the 300 that we kept in our chests, we got around 24 mil, which was like over 75k each actually, which is just really insane for how much time these kills take. You're gonna get like 4 to 5 mil in anima per run, so that's just honestly really insane. Alright, so now let's go sell all our loot and see how much we get on top of all the anima. We got around 60 mil plus in just the anima, and judging by the loot, this is going to be some pretty good GP per hour. So I went ahead and I sold all of the loot, and I've got to say a lot of it actually did sell for its normal price, but of course some of the other niche items were definitely crashing, so much so, just like the Arch Glacier. This is something I kind of hate when bosses do. They just absolutely crash all these items, especially seeds. Like, come on, will seeds ever be worth anything again? But after a bit of maneuvering, everything's sold, so let's get to a final price check. Alright, so I actually looted our small troves real fast to add into the price check because I forgot about them, but our total price check is 147 mil for 15 runs of normal mode Zuk with no rare drops at all. Make sure you keep that in mind. We managed to do 3 runs in an hour, so it took us about 5 hours to do this, which totals almost 30 million GP per hour for normal mode Zuk with no rare drops at all. That is absolutely amazing. Considering it's not even hard mode, it's just normal mode, this is such a good moneymaker, and it's really crazy. It really has me debating on just doing like 100 normal mode KC because of the chance of those big drops as well, and all the loot that adds up, especially the anima. Definitely go camp some normal mode while the anima prices are still so high, because it is such insane money right now. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. I basically spent the entire release day looting those keys for the previous video, and also learning how to do normal mode and then camping it for like 5 hours straight. So I really think it's super good. I mean, 30 mil an hour with no rare drops, like, that's really insane. If you think of those drops and their rates, you might be looking at like 50, 60 mil an hour at least for just normal mode if you factor in all the drops. We don't know their rarity, but from what I've seen, they're not super rare. So yeah, a really cool loot video. It was only 15, but keep in mind these kills aren't just like, you know, a Raksha kill that takes 2-3 minutes. It takes 20 minutes or so per run. So I thought it was a decent number, and I hope you guys enjoy this first look at the loot.